I have learned at this stage of my career and also where I am with parenting, balance doesn't exist. I think it's about finding flow. I think a lot of therapists are attracted to the mental health field for a lot of personal reasons. I was kind of the resident friend or therapist amongst my friends, and always that person that people wanted to talk to, confide in. So I just think I have a lot of compassion for the human condition. I really care about people and I want the best for everyone, and I'm just concerned and curious about how we work and operate. I just remember when I met my son and just thinking about that moment and hearing his cry, and just my heart burst open in ways I've just heard other people talk about. And he is our miracle in so many ways. And I think that I parent from that sense of appreciation and grace and not wanting to take that for granted, and just the love and joy and awe and wonder that he has brought has created more openness for me. And I want to hold on to that and impart that in whatever way for my clients. I think the biggest challenge that I'm facing right now is burnout. It is incredibly rewarding to sit with people in their darkest hours and to help them not just build insights, but to help them weather a pretty trying or traumatic time in their life. And at the same time, when you are so dedicated to holding space for people, you're also hearing the heaviness that they're walking around with. And also, if you're empathic, which the majority of us are in this profession, there is the tendency to sometimes feel what our clients are going through. And that's where I think some of the professional boundaries come in terms of how you take care of yourself. How do you really step away from the work and to gain some perspective? When you're in private practice, then you're also having to manage the business side of things. And we don't get any kind of training in graduate school for how to run a business, how to be profitable or talk about that, because it's not really, it's kind of frowned upon. You're in a helping profession. So people assume or think that, obviously we're not in this for the money, but when you have to think about what makes sense or what is your bottom line or budget and charging for your services, we sometimes have a hard time really valuing what we're worth. There's so many times where I just don't feel like I do enough for my clients. I feel like there's always something I could be reading about, something I could be studying. And so this is where I have my consultations, my other therapists, or even my consultant, who is reminding me and around what my purpose is, that I'm human, and reminding me what I'm doing versus not doing. And that's helpful too, because again, I can be really hard on myself. And I think a lot of us in this profession, where we're holding space for people and, can kind of misjudge what we really do or not. And checking in with my husband, we have our date nights, which was that really great advice that my colleagues gave me when Sochi came, and they're like, do what you can to start establishing some routine, for you and your husband. And you won't have it for probably the first 6 to 8 months, and that's okay, but just keep it on your radar. And now we're getting in a better cadence about it, which has been helpful, and also maximizing time when Sochi goes to bed, and realizing again, this period of time in our parenting journey is time limited, and we'll have more time for each other later. And then also for myself, it's like, again, it's that flow, it's not that balance, right? So there might be a week or two where, I'm not feeling like I'm able to manage my self-care as good as I would like to, but also knowing that tide will turn. And, so just kind of holding on and recognizing that, it will come in waves, and it's not about perfection, it's just about progress.